Hello there. It is Friday, January 28th, and we're likely to see an epic blizzard in the northeastern United States. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to dive into that. What makes an epic blizzard? All right. And all the ingredients are there, and it would be fun to be there for a little bit. But let's talk about what is going to happen. And we'll start with the jet stream. Okay. So remember, jet stream is this big old river of air up at, in this case, around 18,000 feet, 18 to 20,000 feet. So you've got a ridge out here across the western United States. Ridges generally bring sinking air, relatively nice weather or calm weather, let's call it that. The opposite of that is a trough. And this is a deep trough over the central United States. If you've watched my videos, you know that there's a rising air that occurs to the east of a trough. Rising air leads to everything, okay? I mean, without rising air, you get nothing. Remember this, in weather, air moves horizontally, north, south, east, west, but it also moves vertically, up and down. And everything hinges on that. Is the air rising? Oh, you can get clouds and precip. Is it sinking? Okay, it's going to dry out and be quiet. Everything hinges on the vertical motions of the air. Rule number 10 in meteorology. So we are going to see a lot of rising air out ahead of this trough that's moving through. So this is at 9 o'clock this morning. So it's pretty much right now. Let's step forward in time. We watch this trough really intensify as it moves into the eastern United States. As it intensifies, all that rising air out over the ocean is creating an area of low pressure at the surface. That makes sense, right? If all the air is going up, that means the air pressure is going down at the surface. Why is that? Because all the air is rising up, it's rising above it. And therefore the air pressure is dropping, and it's creating this really strong area of low pressure or cyclone. As the upper trough continues to move out and comes in contact with the Atlantic Ocean, it actually is going to intensify a little bit. This is by noon on Saturday. And as the trough, the upper trough intensifies, the surface low is going to intensify. So this is a major ingredient in getting this blizzard going. Meantime, out west, nothing going on. This is why, we're going to have temps in the 60s in North Texas, and they're going to be having, a significant blizzard. All right, so let's take a closer look at what's happening at the surface. This is 9 o'clock this morning, so not much going on. The blue lines represent thickness of the atmosphere. We'll get into that later. The dark lines represent pressure. They're called isobars. Here's one up here. The closer they are together, the windier it is. The windier that it is. These are not close together right now. But watch what happens over time. We're going through, okay, there's Friday evening. You start to see our area of low pressure down here off the North Carolina coast. All of a sudden, you're starting to see some of these isobars packed a little closer. And what that is telling you is that you've got a big pressure difference or a pressure gradient, all right? High pressure back here, low pressure out here. Mother Nature says, I don't like things to be unequal. I want everything to be the same pressure. And so Mother Nature tries to rush air from high pressure to low pressure to fill up this void. Meantime, the low pressure system is strengthening. This is at midnight, Friday night. The circulation around this is throwing a lot of Atlantic moisture deeper into this cold air, and you're getting these heavier snow bands breaking out along the coast of Virginia and Delaware, New Jersey, on into Long Island, southern sections of New England. This is the beginning of the epic snowstorm. Because as we go through time, this is 6 o'clock Saturday morning, notice how the pressure within this area of low pressure has dropped. It's down to 978 millibars. Look at all of the isobars packed in here. What do you think's happening? Yes, it's snowing, but you're also getting some serious wind that is beginning to take shape with this area of low pressure. Remember, this is all being made possible by the big trough swinging through the jet stream. Now we're out to 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Saturday morning. The pressure in this area of low pressure, now we're out to lunchtime, continues to fall. It is located by lunchtime Saturday just off of Cape Cod. Going to have some serious snow. Look at all these pressure lines, these isobars. That is an indicator of some very, very strong winds. Oh my goodness. By 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the pressure in this storm is down to 964 millibars. That's kind of like hurricane-ish, okay? And this is a setup for just intense weather out on Cape Cod. My goodness, if I could fly into Cape Cod, experience this thing, and then get back home, I'd do it in a second. So, and now we're down to 962 by 6 p.m. Saturday. The storm pulling away from parts of the Northeast, but just hammering Maine on through New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, still heavy snow, probably Long Island, and an incredible amount of wind. So how much wind are we talking? This is the European model. Again, I've been using that. This is one output of the European, and this is valid Saturday evening. These are wind gusts. So Boston could be having wind gusts over 50 miles per hour, maybe out on Long Island over 60. And look at this, Cape Cod. Now, I don't know if this is accurate. I don't know. But this is showing at the tip of Cape Cod a wind gust of 100 miles per hour. It's just a model, doesn't mean it's going to happen. But you get the idea that there will be some intense winds, hence the blizzard warnings that are in effect. Okay, so what are we talking in terms of snow? All right, now this is the European ensembles. All right, remember what an ensemble is? An ensemble is we take the European model, and the scientists say, all right, let's tweak it a little bit. Let's change a couple of these equations. Let's add this. Let's take this out. Okay, now we have two models. We have the original one, and we have one that's been tweaked. And then they say, well, what if we tweak it a different way? Okay, now we have another tweaked model. And they do this 50 different times. So you come up with 50 members of an ensemble. They've all been tweaked a little bit. They look and see at their solutions, and then they take kind of an average or a mean of those solutions. And that's what we're looking at here. This is the average or the mean of the ensemble members. Now, you look at the snow and you're like, oh, big deal. Okay, a foot of snow. Well, these are actually 10-to-1 ratios, which means 10 inches of snow per 1 inch. That's not going to be the case. It is way too cold for 10-to-1. It's going to be 20-to-1. In other words, 1 inch of liquid is going to produce 20 inches. So let's look at what the straight up model, the operational model, calls for. And look at that. These are snow amounts of over 30 inches in some cases. Again, this may be a little bit on the high side, but you get the idea that this is going to be one whopper of a storm. And I don't know about you, but I got my Saturday all planned out. I'm going to be spending time here at my computer like a weather dork, kind of watching all of this stuff. And I think it'll be a good education for you if you kind of pay attention every now and then, look and see what's happening out there. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of coverage on this thing. It's going to be really cool. So that's how you get a nor'easter. You got a strong trough in the jet stream. You've got very cold air coming in. Temperatures tomorrow in New England are going to be in the teens, and it's going to be snow. It's going to be vomiting snow. You've got a huge pressure difference. All right. All of this is basically a function of that upper trough swinging on through. So it'll be fun to watch. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, I don't know, like the page, tell other people about it, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to keep doing this whether you're watching or not. So have a great day. We'll talk again soon. Bye.